All right. All right, then let's do it. All right.
Okay, yes.
So Alex is going to be Cheerly, right?
Yes.
Yep. And
All
I
right.
will be Lyler.
This is the Lyler archive. Lyra has a twin sister that she doesn't like to talk about. Her name is Lyler, and she's a bit different. When Anon gets stuck catching Lyler's attention, he goes on a ride that even bleach can't remove. And this is a collection of short stories. Lyler OC was created from a typo of Lyra. That's really all there is to it. The beginning of something horrible. Author's note. Go ahead, Priest.
This story is disgusting. I think that's about all the warning I can give.
I need you to clean my pipes, Anon.
Cheerily says seductively as you stand in the. With a sigh, you nod. And
Wait,
Alex,
what?
you're
Hang on.
you're
Am I
not.
Anon? Wait, sorry, no, I got confused. Am I an Anon and Cheerily as well?
Yes.
Yes, you
Oh
are.
my god. Okay. All right. I better get under the sink then. It's going to be a busy day.
You reply. Opening her cupboards, you push a few of her cleaning products. Check the.
You said that something was dripping and that you noted wetness.
Cheerily's face scrunches and her body trembles with anger.
No, Anon. I said that I'm. Well, I don't know. I don't see anything leaking right offhand.
You say to her, pulling yourself out from under the cupboard.
So, I'm going to pour some of my cleaner down your drain. Finally! I thought you would never.
Grabbing a bottle of drain cleaner.
Dead.
Yeah, you cut a bit. You cut that
You
a
pour it down her kitchen sink slowly.
bit. There we go. Now your pipe should be great. I got to admit though, I'm surprised you've called me out so much. This is the 5th time this week. First to see where your bed was squeaking, then to help you with that ladder, and then the next time was to help you with your eggs. I mean, I know I'm a good cook, but I'm a handyman. Then before this was to see if I could deliver you my sausage. I didn't even think you ponies ate meat. Plus, that stuff was hard to get.
She simply stares at you in pure
Huh. Well, since this one was pretty easy, I'll just change the inspection fee.
You add with a smile. Cheerily's eyes light up, and she closes her eyes halfway.
Oh my. I'm afraid I'm all out of bits. Is there any other way I can repay you? Well, not really. I'll put it on your tab with the 4 other inspections. See you later.
You say with a smile, striding out of Cheerily's house with a bag. She stares down as you walk through the door, just the gaze of another satisfied customer. Such is the life of Anon the handyman. As you step outside, you smile, knowing you have one last stop for the day. Lyra's house. Lyra was a great friend ever since you arrived in. She was the only one who seemed to hang on every. Although she did seem to have a weird sort of fascination with your limbs that you couldn't understand. Lyra needed a special favor from you. She came to you in confidence, knowing that you could keep a good secret. When she came to you earlier, she seemed concerned and unsure of who to turn to. She mumbled something about having a twin sister that she didn't like to talk about, which was a huge surprise to you. How could someone keep their own twin sister a secret? Apparently, her sister needed help with joy or something. Lyra didn't give you a lot of detail. She just mentioned that she wouldn't trust anyone else with something like this, and she was heading off to work. So, naturally, you agreed to help her through her plight. Lyra smiled and mentioned that she let her sister know that you would be coming over and made you promise not to say a word about what happened. Approaching her home, you knock on the door and hear a large crash from inside the house.
This is the warning to headphone users for the rest of the fic. Okay. I'm okay!
Called a voice from inside.
Oh, okay.
You muttered as you heard clattering from inside the house. The tense changes here, priest. The door opened slowly, and her flank bore the symbol of a large rock, and the mare seemed to have the widest smile of her life adorned on.
Hello!
She screamed at you. You took a step back, worried you offended her.
Oh, hey, I'm Anon, a friend of your sister's.
You replied to her unorthodox.
She said I needed to fix something.
Suddenly, all 5 of your senses were immediately repulsed at the same time.
You have big dick! Can I touch big dick now, please?
She screams directly at you. Instantly, the back door assaults your senses as you view a growing puddle of brown spewing from the direction of Lyra's bathroom. The stench is so pervasive that it pushes into your mouth and you can take fecal matter on your lips. Lyra's sister reaches out to touch you with her matted and brown-colored hooves.
Oh, God. What have I gotten myself into?
You mutter to yourself as you... Sorry, I'm gonna take a breath. Holy fuck. Okay. Stepping into the home, the sister closes the door behind you, and you make your way to the bathroom. Assuming this is your task at hand, which means you will... Pushing into the bathroom, through the sludge, the smell becomes so overbearing as you examine the toilet. Somehow, in some way, these 2 sisters made this toilet forget how to toilet. Which should have been impossible, but here it was, pushing out into their home what seemed to be all of the contents of all of the Ponyville sewer. Come on, Anon, think quickly. Maybe if you reversed the flow? Hell, that's crazy enough to work in this world. Grabbing your trusty plunger, you ram it into the toilet, but you can't get a good hold. The smiling green horse skips into the bathroom, the liquid splashing droplets onto the walls as she makes her way towards you.
I put Lyra's boyfriend in there!
She exclaims proudly.
It went down the hole!
You look to her, then back to the toilet. Lyra's boyfriend? What in the world is she talking about? Well, no matter what, you gotta try to stop the block. Taking a deep breath, you close your eyes and try to imagine you are reaching into a huge bowl of pudding. This was not pudding. Your fingers plunge into the slimy wetness of the back-flowing toilet and feel thicker clumps brush your hand as you push in deeper. Then a large, slippery, and phallic object graces your lips. It's your best shot. Wrapping your hand around it, you get a firm grip and try to yank it back on the block, yet nothing comes out. Getting into your power stance, you pull with all your might and grunt as you... Possible.
Oh! I can make funny noises too! Watch! Oh!
The horse begins to do imitation of a dying whale and is about to...
Could you please not do that?
You ask patiently.
Okay!
She replies and is suddenly silent, only staring at you. You suppose that's some form of improvement. Just one last pull. Pulling with all of your might, you feel the object begin to give and then suddenly away. The sudden shift in force causes you to lose your balance as you watch a large, flopping, vibrating... Oh God, look away! Turning your head, the world goes into slow motion as your face begins to head straight into the muck. You open your mouth to say a single curse word, but then your face collides with the tile before anything can come out. In a way, you've had to eat your word.
Oh, God.
Repressing the urge to vomit, you limp to the sink and rinse your mouth out as the toilet begins. Looking at yourself in the mirror, you have a trickle of blood running down your face, and your entire body is covered in backed up sewer. The only thing you hear is a buzzing in the... This is your life. What could you have possibly done to deserve this?
Well, at least that's over.
You say, turning to Lyra's sister.
Sorry for barging in. It just looked like an emergency.
Glancing out into the hall, puddle soaking, green horse simply stares at you as you...
So, like I said, I'm Anon. Who are you?
My name is Lyler!
She yells proudly.
This is my inside voice!
So,
You mutter as you wipe the crap off your...
what do you do, Lyler? Something with rocks?
Rocks taste yummy but make my teeth hurt!
Replies. You stare at her as the words...
My favorite food is the cotton candy in the attic!
She adds.
Okay. I'm going to go and get a vacuum.
You inform her with a sense of caution. For some reason, you're very concerned that... Nap. You step through the home and head to where the coat closet... Thankfully, when you opened it, the vacuum cleaner was there. The last thing you needed was to get more intimate with Lyra's... Grabbing the vacuum, you head back to the bathroom and try to clean things up a little bit. Returning to the contamination zone, you plug in the vacuum cleaner and Lyler stares at it, her mouth open in excitement. You look from her, the device, then back to her.
Do you like the vacuum cleaner?
You ask. Lyra shakes her head and nods violently.
Okay. Well, I'm going to turn it on.
When you flip the switch on the device, the young mare's eyes widen and begins to scream at the top of her lungs.
Ah!
The device. Quickly, you shut it off.
Oh my God, are you okay?
You ask in a panic.
Yes, me like vacuum!
She answers as if nothing happened. A moment of silence passes between you two. You flip the switch on, and she begins to scream again and panic.
Ah!
Her body trembles in fear. You turn it off, and she's suddenly back to normal. On.
Ah!
Off.
Ah!
Smile. On. Off. On.
Ah!
Off.
This is terrifying!
Lyler yells happily.
Do you want me to use this damn thing or not?
Yes!
You scream at her.
Yes, please!
She replies.
Okay!
You yell, flipping on the switch. She begins to scream at the top of her lungs as you begin to vacuum up the massive puddle of crap on the ground. After about 10 minutes of high-pitched screaming, and you are damn sure the neighbors Lyler was murdered by now, the house is left with a lasting smell that will ruin appetite for weeks. After a quick bag empty, you survey the toilet one last time, cast it at Roy. On second thought, she can deal with that herself.
Alright, Lyla. It was a pleasure to meet you. But I gotta go now. So, unless there's something you need fixing.
Oh! I need fix! Toy need fix!
He yells as you mention the word fix. Instantly, you regret extending.
What toy do you need fixing?
You ask solemnly. She lights up with pure glee, then pees on the ground a little.
You fix, Mr. Boom Boom!
she demands. You stare at her curiously.
Okay, I'll fix Mr. Boom Boom.
You say assuredly.
Now, where is he?
Stuck!
Says Lyler proudly.
Stuck where?
You say in a cautious tone. She turns around
Oh,
and
God.
proudly shows you bruised privates.
Har!
No, that's him, isn't it?
No.
I always thought it was like him trying not to.
No.
Oh,
I like
poor
that too,
Ed.
though.
You stare at it for a moment in pure amazement. For the very first time in your life, you are completely speechless. Nothing you could have possibly done in your lifetime could have prepared you for this. So, you ask the first question that comes to your mind.
How long has this been happening?
For some reason, deep down in your soul, you knew this wasn't the first time.
3 days!
What is Mr. Boom Boom?
You ask in amazement.
Pokey plant!
Your jaw drops
Uh,
to the floor and the entirety.
I like giving birth to him! I'm a mama!
You silently back out through the door and ask the neighbors next door to call an ambulance. The right thing to do would be to stay, but sometimes you have to draw a line and ask yourself.
what am I willing to put up with today?
One thing is for sure.
Not
Not
fucking this.
this. As you lie in bed in the middle of the night, your mind trails off into how in the world that mare could be crazy. She didn't seem to be challenged in any way. She didn't give off that vibe. It was more like she was crazy. It was like she couldn't smell disgusting things, couldn't hear properly, and had an unusually high tolerance for pain. Was it drugs? You stare at the ceiling, pondering the question. Even if you knew, it wouldn't change anything. It sure would make talking to Lyra a little. A part of you is just happy you could help out. She should probably get a new robot boyfriend, though. Oh well, that's for future Anon to worry about. With a yawn, you roll over in bed and gently close your eyes, wondering what tomorrow could possibly bring. Hopefully not another cough, cheerily. A moment passes as you listen to the gentle sounds. The wind brushing the leaves through the trees. The sound of your home. Slowly, you begin to drift off to sleep. Then your eyes shoot open and you sit up in bed. The answer was suddenly so clear and surely. Alex, that's your final line.
She was talking about sex the whole time.
The end.
Oh my god.
It's done.
I love
How
that.
do you feel, chat? And also, how do you feel, Alex?
I've read that before, honestly, so that wasn't that shocking.
But how did you feel reading it as a nun?
I really felt like I was, in the story, which was quite horrifying.
Did you feel like a Lyler Wrangler?
Unfortunately, I did.